Welcome to Cronisphere, your go-to podcast for catching up on the latest global happenings. This is our very first episode, and we're diving into a range of stories that are shaping our world today. Let's get started. Our first story revolves around the recent jobs report in the United States. At first glance, the report looks impressive, with a surge in job numbers from both the household and establishment surveys indicating a strong rebound from recent weakness. The unemployment rate has dropped, coupled with upward revisions suggesting that the recent labor market challenges may have been temporary. However, there's a concerning rise in wage growth, hinting that inflation is creeping back. As oil prices surge again, we need to remain vigilant. Interestingly, there was little evidence of part-time work, masking full-time job growth this month, which is a positive sign. Switching gears, let's take a look at the Middle East. Satellite images and tanker tracking are revealing a significant exodus of Iranian tankers from Karg Island, suggesting that Iran may be bracing for a potential Israeli attack on its oil infrastructure. Oil prices are up by 1.5% amidst rising tensions, but analysts believe that significant disruptions, like attacks on other producers or a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, remain low-probability events. Meanwhile, OPEC's spare capacity, particularly in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, is expected to cushion any potential Iranian supply loss. In the United States, the IRS is gearing up for a tax enforcement crackdown. An audit by the Treasury Inspector General revealed that over $1.40 billion taxes may have gone uncollected from individuals who won large gambling sums. Nearly 150,000 Americans with winnings over $15,000 between 2018 and 2020 failed to file returns. The IRS is responding to this by promising to initiate enforcement actions, although it disputes some of the audit's findings. Now, let's discuss the dire situation in Haiti. A ruthless gang has killed at least 70 people and injured many more in a recent rampage. The notorious Grand Griffe Gang, led by Lux and Ellen, has claimed responsibility, citing retaliation against civilians who didn't prevent police actions against them. This violence has sparked outrage, with the Haitian Prime Minister condemning the cowardice of these attacks. Meanwhile, international efforts, including Kenyan troops patrolling the area, continue in response to the escalating violence. Turning to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, we've seen a significant escalation as an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon killed a Hamas leader and several family members. Tragically, the conflict in Gaza has resulted in over 41,000 deaths, with many being women and children. The Israeli military's operations continue to target various locations, including hospitals and mosques, justifying these actions by claiming they are linked to Hamas activities. In the world of finance, Alex Jones is in the news again, as lawyers pursue $40 billion judgment related to the Sandy Hook families. They are seeking to appoint a receiver to manage any new assets he acquires, especially after his recent Chapter 7 bankruptcy conversion. Jones has launched a campaign to raise funds for his legal battles, claiming that there are political efforts to silence him. Goldman Sachs has raised its outlook on China, stating that the country is changing the game in the global economy. China's growth rate is expected to be around 6.5% this year, outpacing the rest of the world. This shift could have significant implications for global markets, as China continues to solidify its position as a major economic player. In Europe, the CAC 40 index has lagged behind other major markets, down nearly 1% this year. French investors are feeling the pinch from potential increases in corporate taxes amidst ongoing political uncertainties. The luxury sector, a staple of the French economy, has also faced challenges, with major brands experiencing a slump in sales and share prices. Meanwhile, in the tech sector, the so-called mega-cap tech stocks have seen consistent net selling for the 9th week in a row. This marks a shift in focus from tech to other parts of the economy, raising concerns about the broader implications for U.S. economic health. Despite this, analysts predict that tech companies may benefit from a global economic recovery. Lastly, let's touch on the energy sector, where electricity prices have dropped into negative figures for over 7,800 hours this year. This drop is largely attributed to the solar sector's rapid growth, which has outpaced the ability to manage excess supply. The European Union is pushing for enhanced energy storage solutions to mitigate these price dips, as it aims for a significant share of renewable energy in the coming years. That wraps up today's episode of Cronisphere. We've covered a lot of ground, from jobs reports and geopolitical tensions to tax enforcement and energy prices. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time for more insights into the world around us.